Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming here today. And I'm honored to have you all here. From here after, I want you to do a few things throughout this talk. You're going to go on a journey with me to the reality of this world. That means, ladies and gentlemen, there are two types of realities. The perceived reality and reality. You know what I mean? Perceived reality and reality. So, because of that difference that we have in perceived reality and reality, that is the root cause of all the mental health conditions that arise in the society, that you can see stress, anxiety, depression, and all the negative emotions that you have been experiencing throughout your life is actually manifesting within your mind because of this lack of realization of reality. But the thing is, all the living beings are trying to find solution for this. All the people in the society, they are doing so many things to come out from the negative emotions that they experience throughout their lives. Because if I ask you a question, let's look at your life, that how you spent today, right? And why you did those things. If I asked you, then you might say that I did that because of this, because of this, because of this. So you have a list that you are doing because of different issues. What you are doing is you are trying to find solution for your problems. The whole life of all living beings are trying to find what? Solutions. Don't you have problems? No problems. Peace and happy, calm, nothing to worry. No. Everybody has millions of problems. That's the nature. But nobody knows how to come out of them. Everybody is doing something to find answers to those problems, those issues. When you solve one problem, then you come across another problem. You know, the thing is, all the solutions that you have taken so far, right? All the solutions that you have taken so far are the causes for the new problems. But you can't understand that. You think, this is another problem, so I have to find a different answer, a different solution for this problem rather than the previous solution. So, this is the nature that if you go through your life, this is what you have been experiencing as life. When you go back to your school, why did you go to school? To get the education. Why do you need an education? To find a good job. Why do you need a job? To live happily ever after. Are you living happily ever after, or still you are finding the way to be happy? You might be questioning yourself that why this happiness is something that it's not something there with you. It always appears time to time. It appears in your mind, and then after that it withers away. So you think that it's something alien to you. It's not there with you. It's something alien. It's something comes to you, but it's not there. You can't keep it. So this is the roller coaster ride everybody is going through. And of course, as Nabi said, that I was also going through the same ride. And then I found a teacher who turned me upside down, and as a result of that, I decided, okay, I chose this path. I thought, okay, this is the path that I should go, because this confirmed, back then I trusted my teacher, but now I know, okay, this is something that everybody should understand. Everybody should experience, everybody should, not like a monk, but you should experience this reality. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first thing that you have to learn after you come to this world. But you haven't learned it. As a result of that, nobody knows, nobody understands, nobody realizes that this is the nature of the world. I'm going to unveil it within next 1.5 hours. This is something you have to understand. Let's say when you first go to school, right, you wrote what? Myself. Remember? You wrote essay. First essay you wrote is myself. After you learn letters and language, the first thing you wrote is myself. That is wrong. From the very first day that you have learned, there's something wrong in that understanding. That is the very reason that everybody is struggling with their lives. You have this problem right now. You have this deception. That's why we name this program as what? The Great Deception. Because Great Deception is, everybody has that deception. That's why it's great. It's not only for you and me, it's not only for few people in the society, but it's common. It is something very common to every corners of the life, like not only human beings, but also for the animal and all the living beings, even spirits, if you believe so. They also have this problem, but they don't know. The problem with the animals are they can't recorrect that. They can't find solution for that, because you can't teach this to a dog. But at least humans have this ability to understand and realize. As a result of that, you will find your inner happiness. This is not like I will show everything to I will show the reality to you within this talk, but the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that you have to start practicing slowly, because practice makes perfect. Imagine, like, there's a headache since you were born. Would you be able to find out that there's a headache with you? It's there with you since you were born. What will happen? It's normal, right? Imagine that everybody has a headache since they were born. Nobody would be able to find out that you have a headache, or others also have this problem. Everybody think that is normal, that is okay. You don't know that is okay. This is the normal. This is the okay. This is the natural way. That's what you feel. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, back then, like 2500 years ago, a young man found that everybody has this issue, and everybody, all living beings, have this problem with their mind, that minds doesn't know. Those minds, all living beings have the mind. Those minds don't know the reality of this world. And the funny thing is, the irony is that those minds won't be able to find themselves by themselves that this problem is there. That's why exceptional, a person who wants to understand this, he has to sacrifice eons and eons and eons. He has to dedicate eons and eons to find out this truth. This is the truth that sets you free, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Buddha found. This is the young man is the Buddha. And this is what Buddha found. This is the philosophy. It's not the Buddhism. Buddhism is a religion that people believe, but I'm not talking about that religious shape. I'm talking about the philosophical, the reality, what he found. Because this is something that you need to contemplate with me. If you contemplate with me, then you will be able to understand this. Not only understand this, but you will feel this. That's why I want you to see eye to eye with me, like a child. You should be like a child, right? Like a child means leave everything that you have learned so far. Erase. You don't have to erase your memory, right? Memory will be there. Leave everything aside that you have learned, and you should be like fresh. Like this is the first day in your kindergarten. Imagine it's like this. This is the first day in your kindergarten. You are going to learn about the world as it is. The problem with the mind is, when mind decide, okay, this is the reality, then you know what happened? Mind feels in the same way. It's like this. When somebody told you, okay, this is the reality, then mind realizes, okay. After that, mind can't come out of that trap. Mind always feels in the same way. That's why those advertisements in your TV and YouTube and Facebook, you can see advertisements. You know what they do? They show you that this is the best thing in the world. And if you get that idea into your mind, then when you look at that product, how do you feel? You feel, it's a good thing. If somebody recommends you, like a friend, one of your best friend recommend you a product, then you feel what? Your friend is your best friend. As a result of that product should be what? Best as well. If you take that idea into your mind, if that idea indoctrinated in your mind, then after that you are entering to a cascade of reaction. You can't come out of it. You feel in the same way, even though it is so worthless, and it's something fruitless and something nothing there, right? But you feel, this is something very precious. That's why people think, gold is valuable, isn't it? What is the true value of the gold?
It's what we give it.
This is something people have projected. Let's say scientists find modern research after something, they found, okay, gold is toxic. Because of the gold, there are some, all the cancers are rooted because of the gold that you wear. You know what will happen? Now after that, people will throw away gold. Isn't it? See, this is, mind is an illusionist. It projects the value. After that, it cannot understand that this is something that it has been projected. You feel, okay, no, value is there. This is something that you experience. All your experiences that you have been going throughout your life are projections. What you have been projected before. Nobody knows it, but everybody has that problem. Nobody knows that this is the way that mind feels. Who has the mind? You have a mind, you have a mind, you have a mind, you have a mind, you have a mind. You also have a mind? You are okay. Okay. How many minds are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 minds are here. Right? That means, ladies and gentlemen, there are what? Perceptions are happening within those minds. Perception happens where? Here or there? Here, right? When you see me, when you recognize me as Bhante, or 𝗘𝗃𝗧, Mahinda 𝗘𝗃, that means that recognition happens in where? Here or there? Here. Whatever the image that you experience happens in where? Okay. That means whatever the image that you feel right now should appear, should manifest in where? Here or there? Here, there, within your mind. Whatever that you perceive right now, whatever that you feel right now, whatever that you sense, experience right now, are experiences that are generated where? Within your mind. Agree? How do you know that experience is the reality?
Well, I would say no reality because the reality is different than you. Would say
Exactly, exactly. The thing is, what you experience right now as the world is not the world that you experience. But the thing is, we both don't know, we don't know that what my experience and your experience are different, but we think that they are same, because you also, you can see there's a 𝗘𝗃𝗧 is there. You are saying that there's a 𝗘𝗃𝗧 is there. You're also saying there's a 𝗘𝗃𝗧 is there, and I'm talking to you, right? But your inside inner experiences, we can't compare whether you are experiencing the same 𝗘𝗃𝗧 or not. If you can come through his brain and check whether he is experiencing the same thing, oh my goodness, that is something completely different. Because whatever the brain signals or whatever the chemicals that happens, whatever the, the factors that your eye is contributing to that image is not the factors that your eye is contributing to your image. Right? That means, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know what we see. We can't actually share each other what we have been experiencing. But we think that we share, isn't it? Come, let's have a piece of cake. See, the piece of cake that I share with you, don't worry, there's no piece of cake, right? Right? The piece of cake that I feel that there's a piece of cake. Let's say I can see a piece of cake, you can't see a piece of cake, right? This can happen as well. But we don't know. That's the thing, right? The reality, how this works, how this, this perception, the what is the manual, what is the operation, functionality behind this perception, how that perception happens, nobody knows. Everybody knows this. Light rays come to eye, that creates the brain signal, and brain is doing something, and then we feel, right? But the funny thing is, light rays doesn't have colors. Light rays are what? Terahertz frequencies. They are energy, right? And these are chemicals. These are a bunch of electrons, protons, neutrons. They are pigments. Pigments are not white color. None of the electrons are white color. None of the protons are white color. Neutrons are white color. No, they are colorless, right? Light is also what? Colorless, because they are what? Different frequencies. Your eye is like a solar panel. It converts the light energy to what? Electrical impulses. Okay, your brain is not sensing colors, your brain is sensing what? Electric impulses. But don't you feel colors? Do you feel colors? Do you feel this is white? Okay. Do you feel this is maroon? Huh? Okay, welcome. But the thing is, your maroon and my maroon, we can't share each other. But in the common ground, we say maroon. That sound, that is agreeable. Okay, we share each other. Okay, this is maroon. Okay, then we are happy. We think that you are seeing the same thing that I am also seeing. Do you follow me? Huh? Do you follow the? Huh? Think in this line of thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you that exactly what's going on here. This is the alchemy of the mind, right? This is something that you can. I mean, when you realize the true reality, that this is the way that it happens, ladies and gentlemen, that opens your minds to a new way of thinking, new line of thoughts. As a result of that, you won't perceive the world in the way that you have been perceiving before. As a result of that, you won't feel any gravity, you won't feel any grudge, annoyance, hatred, melancholic feelings that you felt. It will go away. That's why Jesus said, truth will set you free. Because you need to realize the truth behind the scene. Imagine you are watching a drama. You're watching a drama. Sometimes in drama, what happens? Because it's a drama, you cry. Why? Actors are crying. They are acting, but you think it's real and you are crying as well. When they get afraid, what happened to your feelings? You're also afraid because of the sound, ding, 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 ding. That sound and all the pictures create within your mind, creates that effect. Right? They are also experiencing that. That in horror movies, when they shoot the horror movie, they don't feel that horrorness in that horror movie. Because, CG, the computer graphics have been projected, they have to do it after the shooting, right? So they need to, act like they got afraid of nothing there, right? The ghost, they can't see a ghost there, right? So they have to imitate, they have to act. Okay, actor, okay, I'm afraid. What happened to you? You think that's real and you say, who is acting actually? Actors or you? Actors actually know that they are acting. But the thing is, the fact that the problem with you is you don't know that you are acting, but you are acting. You think that is real, ladies and gentlemen? When you are watching a movie, imagine you feel that it's reality. You are entering into a different world, you experience as it is. You think as it is. This is the reality. That's why you are watching movies. Because, get rid of all these problems with your office, your boss, and your exams. After 5 days of busy work, what you do? Friday afternoon, you go to cinema to watch a movie. Because now you can put your head in that movie for 2 hours, and after you come out from that movie, what happened to you? Then you face the same problem again. But at least for 2 hours, you can enter into a different world and you can live in there. You feel, okay, that's also good. At least 2 hours. The thing is, those 2 hours also you are suffering. Because when that character is facing problem, you are also facing the problem. Now you are, because of the curiosity, what will happen? Do you think that this is the way that you watch a movie? Or do you you watch movies like this? Ladies and gentlemen, not only the movie, I'm talking about your life. Life and the movie, there's no difference. But you think it's different. There's no. That's why in the parliament, when they're passing, that document, what they call that? Parliamentary Act. Have you heard that? Parliamentary Act. You know what is that meaning? What is the meaning of that? Parliamentary Act means what? This is the way to act. In the law, it says this is the way to act. So you have to obey that law. I'm not asking you don't obey the law, right? Live with the convention. I'm talking about the reality. Right? Do you understand that? That's the way to act. That's the way to behave. So all our life that we have been spending, right, throughout our life, it's something, the set of guidelines that you have been fed by whom? Your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt, your whoever, the friends that you met. They told you what to do and what not to do. Now what happens? That's the life that you're spending right now. Watching a drama, watching a movie, and you think the real life that you spend right now, there's no difference. In a drama, you experience happiness and sadness. It's the same way you experience happiness and sadness in the real life. It's the same way. Imagine if you are dreaming, when you are dreaming, imagine that you are dreaming. I don't know whether you can't have that experience, but hypothetical situation, you are dreaming, but you know it's a dream. What will happen to you? Would you feel fear, grief, anger, happiness, joy, emotions, or you will just watch a movie like, it's a story that in front of your mind, it's a story. Mind is experiencing a story. You won't feel any, emotions. Why? Because it's a dream. You won't experience this. When you dream, you think that is also real. Remember? What happened after you wake up? You think, oh, it's a dream. I love to go back to that dream, and you sleep again. Haven't you had that experience? Sometimes when you see beautiful dreams, you want to experience it again. So you wake up, and then what you do? Where was it end? Like, okay, that's there. Okay, you think about that and you sleep. This is the way everybody is spending their life. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to come out from this deception. We need to see the reality in this world. We need to experience the way as it is. Everybody should come out from this deception. Everybody should come out from this deceived perception. That's the mission that we are in. That's what we have been doing throughout our lives. That's why I said, I'm honored to have you all here. Because I can show you what I received from my teachers. Everything that I'm explaining right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's totally because of my teachers. I can't explain this without my teachers. It's the lineage of teachers that coming from 2500 years, throughout these 2500 years, this lineage of teachers have dedicated, have sacrificed to propagate this wisdom throughout generations. That's what we received. Buddha has sacrificed, his lives, past lives, to find out this reality. You will understand this. Nobody would be able to experience it by themselves without a guidance, without a support. So far, you also. I'm going to show you. Don't worry, I'm not going to hypnotize you. Right? you can live your life, normal life, right? Don't worry. See, do you feel that do I look like alien? Or yes, of course, because of the robe, but I'm acting normal, right? Yes. So after you understand this, you can still live your life, don't worry. But the thing is, you won't feel that gravity that you experience right now. You feel sometimes, when you encounter a problem, you feel that it's going to be in the end of the world. You feel like that. It's going to be the end of the world. But then you rush out to find solutions, and after you find solutions, then you realize that the problem is not there. It's not that big deal. The other day I met a young lady who diagnosed with anxiety, and she said that, that she got a panic attack. The thing is, she didn't have a panic attack. She didn't have a panic attack back then. She thought that she has a panic attack. Because she has learned from somebody somewhere that when you get anxiety, sometimes you will get panic attack. Now what happens? She thinks now she has a panic attack. Now she was complaining to her fiance, I think husband back then, and because I have this problem now we have to go to emergency. Then when they check, nothing happens. Everything is normal. Her mind eludes. Her mind fabricates within her mind that there's something wrong in the body, but nothing there. This happens because mind feels that mind has a body. But you don't. Do you have a body right now? Do you have a body? Let's see, right? Let's see whether you have a body or not, okay? After the end of this session, you will find, there's no body? Don't worry. Okay. Do you want to experience this? Shall we try? Give it a go. Don't worry. I'm not going to do magic here, 𝗬𝗃𝗃. This is the outside world. And this is your mental image. Whatever the mind feels, experience. Moving back to the story that I was explaining, right? Clock. You have an idea, okay? You have an idea. The clock that exists in the outside is identical to the image that happens in the mind. Agree? That's why you think same Swamin Wahanse, oh, Bhante, 𝗃𝗃 exists here. He is speaking to who? You guys. If this is identical, then everybody, let's say this is the clock. Sorry about my, and here is you, this is your eye, and this is your eye. Whatever the image that happens here, let's say, that's the image I wrote, right? You have an idea, this image is identical to what exists here. As a result of that, you think everybody is experiencing the same thing. Agree? But it is not. In order to explain what's going on here, we need to introduce you to a concept, a theory called cause and effect. Theory of cause and effect. Okay? When you see through that lens, then you will realize, this is the way that we perceive the world. Which lens? The theory of cause and effect. Then you are entering to a world. Now you are entering to a line of thoughts that actually perspective, that now you know what actually happens within your mind. Right now, you have a feeling, you have an idea that this is exactly this, this is exactly this, this is exactly this, this is exactly this. As a result of that, we all are experiencing the same clock. Agree? But it is not. That's why sometimes when you know this, you can experience. Sometimes your partner is saying, okay, I like this. Then you say, it's ugly. But your partner says, no, it's beautiful. No, it's ugly. Your partner says it's good. You say bad. That's why different people have different likings, different likes, different affinities, affections. Why? It's because of this. Right? In order to understand, in order to explain to you this, I'm going to show you, I'm going to use different examples, metaphors, to get this message across to you. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, cause and effect. This is not the cause and effect scientists understand. This is completely opposite to the way that you have been perceiving. Let's see whether you will understand this. What is this? 1. What did I write? Wait. I didn't write 12. I wrote 1 and then I wrote 2. And what is your perception? Says 12. Right? Okay, now do you all feel 12 now? 12? Agree? 12, 12, 12. What happened to 12? No, what happened to 12? Yeah, no, I'm asking what happened to 12? It's gone. But I removed the 2. When I remove 2, 12 is going. I didn't remove 12. I removed 2. But what happened to the, the 12 is the effect that is going away. Right? So that means, ladies and gentlemen, in that 12 experience, you need 1 and 2 both. Got it? Whatever the experience that you have given, the name that you have given, 12, that experience, that perception, that feeling, right? The name that you have given to that feeling is what? 12. Is coming out of because of the perception of 1 plus perception of 2, both together. You get the point? 1 and 2 has to be there in order to manifest 12. That means 12 cannot independently exist without 1 and 2, isn't it? One has to be there, at the same time 2 has to be there in order to manifest 12. Got it? Without 1, no 12. Without 2 also, no 12. Got it? That means 12, the thought, the feeling, the sense that you experience, 12 is actually coming, manifesting because of 2 causes. 2 causes has to come together in order to generate that experience. Then, can we say 12, that experience 12, the 12 experience is a manifestation? Manifestation means what? It cannot withstand itself. It needs support from the causes. Manifestation is something that has to be there. If manifestation has to be, if there's a manifestation, that means it is totally depend on what? Depends on causes. 2 causes has to contribute 100% together, contribute together to generate this effect called what? 12. Okay? Now tell me, when this 12, now tell me which point 12 happens within your mind, okay? No. Tell me when this happens, okay? 12? No. 12? No. Okay, give me, wait. 12? So when the causes are, the moment that causes contribute each other, the right at that moment, this is very important point, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to understand this. Right at the moment that 1 and 2 contributed, 12 manifest. Not after having a cup of tea and eating a cake. You know what I mean? After I write 1 and 2 and then have a cup of tea and piece of cake and 12 manifest. No, 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 no. 12 manifest just right after the 2. Okay? When I erase 2, right after, when I erase 2, that manifestation, what happened to that manifestation? Gone. Where's the 12 now? Check whether under the seat or where. No. You get the gist? 1 and 2 has to come together to manifest the 12 right at the moment, just after the 2 come together, 12 manifest in your mind. Got it? Right. That means manifestation. Now we can understand manifestations are what? Causes. Manifestations are effects. Due to what? Causes. It's not something independently stay. I mean, manifestations cannot stay there independent. They are always independent. Not independent, independent. Dependently originated. Have you heard this word, dependent origination? No, dependently originated. Originally dependent. Manifestations are originally dependent. So the concept 12 is a concept that happens right after causes come together. Is there a 12 now? No. 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 That means, ladies and gentlemen, they have to arrange. Causes have to arrange in a particular way in order to get that effect. It has to match. It has to match each other in a particular way, in a arrange. It has to arrange in a way to give rise to that effect. What is that effect? 12 effect. 12 effect cannot be there without that arrangement. Huh? Question?
But then, if you go that way, like, and look at the roots, like the cause must be self-manifesting.
What?
The cause must be sufficient to themselves to manifest. Like they have no cause. Like
if there's no cause,
if there is no cause,
there's no effect.
there is no effect. That's
Yeah.
right. But here you have effect and cause. But if I say, let's take only the example of 1 or only the example of 2. They also are manifestations.
Yeah.
So where is it going?
Wait, give me 1 second. So here 1 and 2 also manifestation, but I didn't focus on that because in order to get this message across to you, I'm also only using this 12. Right? Focus on 12. Later we'll explore that as well. Then you will see, oh my God, the whole world is like this. Okay? Right? Still, are you in the same page with me? Because I am creating a frequency in your mind, that my mind and your mind has to resonate each other in that same frequency in order to understand this. And the other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, does this one belongs to 12? Just asking. Just does this one belongs to 12? No.
Big meaning to the two together, manifested for.
Yes. Does this 2 belongs to 12? No. 1 is 1, 2 is 2. But 12 is saying, no, 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 no. My one. Okay, I'll let's do the experiment. Okay, now you have 12 in your mind. With that mind, look at the one. How do you feel? With that mind, having the mind 12 idea, 12. When you look at this, you think, that one belongs to what? 12. I mean, when you have that experience, feeling 12, and look at the one, this is 12's one. This is 12's 2. But, okay, right? Let me ask from 12, hello, are you belongs to 12? He says no. Are you belongs to 12? No. 1 says, no, 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 I am 1. And 2 says, I am 2. They have no clue that you are creating what? 12. Right? When I introduce 3, what happened to 12? I didn't introduce 123. I introduced what? 3. But now you are saying, Swami answer, no, Tero, it's not 12, now it's what? 123. Now, this 3 doesn't know what? It's a part of 123. He doesn't know that it's part of 123. 3 is saying there. 3 is showing that I am 3. You are saying no, 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 no. You belongs to 123. This is what you feel. When you have that feeling, 123, this 3 belongs to what? 123. Let's do another example. This W. What I am going to write now? What am I going to write? Do you know? Guess.
Cannot guess what's in your mind.
See? There's no agenda for this W. Guess.
Can be Y, can be O, can be nothing.
See? Can be Y, can be O. So there's no agenda for this H. Right? Okay. Who wants to be a millionaire? Why? Oh, why? See, I can make you either happy or sad. Depends on letters, number of letters as well. Okay. No. Okay, now the thing, now other thing, now who manifested, right? But I didn't write who. These are just arrangement of letters that creates the effect of who. But O does not belong to who, H does not belong to who, W does not belong to who, W doesn't know that it belongs to who, H doesn't know that it belongs to who. These things have no agenda. Then another characteristic of a manifestation is what? Causes does not have any agenda to manifest that experience. Do you understand that? We are the one, I mean, not we, that manifestation is something that happens, right? Right after causes align. But causes are not aligning to give rise to that manifestation. Manifestation, causes are causes. But the thing is, causes doesn't know there's a manifestation like that.
What if you are the manifester and you have a reason?
Let's see who is the manifester.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you where's this manifester. Whether there's a manifester or it's a process. It's an inevitable process that happens. Can't control. See, can you try not to perceive why? Sorry, who? Looking at this, why are you perceiving why? Don't perceive. Okay. No. Can you control it? No. See? What? Don't say why. No, but the thing is, it happens. It happens. It happens. There's no control, it happens. Got it? Is it under control or it happens? It happens.
What if I give a different meaning?
Give a different meaning means? Yeah. Based on that, I mean...
Change Y with dog and dog with Y, and then we all agree on that. Then I change
What happens now? There's another causes are manifesting, coming to that, and that, that effect, cause 1, cause 2, cause 3 contributed to generate effect. When another cause come to that party, the effect changes. Right? When cause 1, cause 2, cause 3 contributed, that's the effect, right? When another cause come to this party, then what happens? We change the effect. Right after the enter of that fourth cause, it will change the effect. And the other thing is, you can't separate out effect from the causes, because can you keep Y there and let me erase this? No, your Y, whatever the Y is totally depend on what? Causes. So effect is not something completely different, something isolated, cannot be isolated from the causes. Causes are the effect. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can't say cause and effect. If I precisely explain it in a way, causes are the effect.
every effect is a cause and every cause is an effect.
This story goes, we depend on the time. Let's go. This story never ends. I can explain this until tomorrow morning. I mean, this explains everything in the world, ladies and gentlemen. everything. Got it? Let's go through this journey. Huh? So far, so good. Do you feel it? Do you understand this? Right. And the other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, so this is very critical, okay? Try to understand this. If the effect is already made, if something made, effect is made, right? Then that effect can be there without the process. Because if something made, if effect is made means made in China, made in Australia, made means done, it's done, completed. If it is something completed, then it should be there because it's something completed. If it is not completed, if it is not something completed, if it is something a process, if it is something not manifested, if it is something manifesting, then what happens? As soon as one cause is missing, what happened to that manifesting process? Cease. That's why when I remove Y, as soon as I remove Y, what happened to that manifestation? You can't say gone. You know why? When you say gone, you feel that manifestation was there. Actually, manifestation wasn't there. It's in the process, manifesting. It's not something fixed. It's not something done. It's a process. It's continuously happening. When I remove one cause, what happens? Process is ceased. It's the cessation of that process of generating that manifestation.
So do you mean everything that is not manifested, it is actually manifesting?
It's being. You know who we are? Human? We are not bees. We are beings. Why? Happening. Continuous flow. It's a flow. It happens. It's not done. It's not fixed. It's in a flow. It's a process. Not only you, let's focus on the example. One and two come together, that generates what? 12. It's not generated. It's generating right at this moment, generating, ting, 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 do. Not gone. That process ceased. Got it? That's a process. Causes are contributing. It's not contributed. Each and every split of a second, they are contributing. Let me get across this idea again and again. Like, have I done any work?
You're still doing it.
You know, I have exerted some energy throughout my muscles at the first of to lift this hand from the table to here. Have I done the work oh, still I am exerting energy, 100, let's say 100 kilojoule is required to lift this hand up, right? Okay, I am done. Have I done? Am I done, or still I am doing it? I am exerting energy, I am doing it. All my muscles are keep supporting, keep like contracting and giving energy to keep this pen in here. If I am done, then I would be able to leave this pen here and take my hand back, because it's done. It's not done, it's being. Process. Got it? Then manifestations are not fixed. They are what? They are processes. We'll explain. I need to go through here and there examples to get this across to you again and again. Manifestations are what? Process. Process means processing. It keeps happening. As long as causes are contributing, manifestation is there, right? At the moment that causes are not contributing, that moment, right at the very first moment that stops contributing, the process of manifestation ceases. This is general science that we have to learn first before learning fundamentals of the science.
I wish we did.
Huh?
I wish we did.
Try to understand this. Alright? Then you can't say manifestation came and manifestation went. Before the causes contributing, manifestations won't be there anywhere in the world, right? But when the causes are contributing, manifestations start to appear, right? When the causes stop contributing them each other, the process of manifesting ceased. As a result of that, it disappears. Disappears means you can't say it's gone. Because when you say it's gone, then it should be there somewhere. When I say, okay, if you go out, right, today after this party, don't you think this is a party? Huh? This is a party, gathering, right? Okay. After this gathering, right, when you leave, she's gone. That means you're there somewhere, right? When you say gone, gone has to be there with something that should exist. When you explain gone, when you say word gone, that means it's gone. That gone means what? Should be there somewhere, right? But gone here means not gone, but this is the proper word is what you have said, cessation, ceased, because they are processes. Do you feel this? I'm going to use magic. What is this? A candle. Can you all see candle? Okay. Where's the light? Is there a light? You can't see a light? I can see. Okay, don't worry. Where's the light now? There's no light here. Can you check whether it's hiding on that room? No, right? In order to have the candle light, what are the components that has to come here? What do you have here? Wax, and the thread, and there are oxygen out there, right? Okay, roger that. Then in order to manifest, in order to have a candlelight, in order to have a flame, what are the missing factor here? What is the missing factor here? Heat. Heat, wax and oxygen are the causes that contribute each other to manifest a flame. Agree? Spark means heat. You know, heat means what? Vibrations of molecules. Heat.
The heat of my body will not light the candle.
Yeah, that means it needs some like amount of vibrations, energy required to vibrate oxygen molecules and wax molecules, and then there should be a reaction. See, there should be a reaction, rearranging. That rearrangement generates what? An effect called what? Flame. Okay, here I am going to now provide heat to the system using another heat generating source. Let's see what happened. So there's a candlelight, okay? There's a flame there, right? There's a flame there, right? Can you see all? Can you all see a flame? You can see a flame, right? A flame, right? Can you all see a flame? Yes. Let's see. This moment, I'm going to isolate this moment. This moment means this moment, right? I'm going to explain now in this flame, right at this moment, wax molecule one wax molecule and oxygen and heat energy contributing each other. As a result of that, there's a rearrangement of atoms. Oxygen and wax molecules, we call it combustion. It's an exothermic. Oh, I love these words because this is my bread and butter those days. I work with chemistry, you know. So exothermic reaction. So exothermic reaction means it emits energy. It emits the heat. So exothermic reaction. When that reaction happens, that moment, that reaction is what? That reaction is the manifestation of what? Flame. Flame cannot be isolated with this reaction. The moment that reaction happens, that is the moment flame is there. Right? The very first moment that reaction happens, that is the moment the flame is there. So you can't isolate the flame from the reaction. Got it? Right? So this moment means t equals 1. Time is equal 1. Time 1. That moment there's a reaction going on. That reaction is now happening. That reaction generates the effect of what? Flame. right? How about the t equals 2? This is the first second and this is the second second. Is it the same wax molecule contributing now? No. Then the next wax molecule contributing, and not the same oxygen molecule, another oxygen molecule is contributing with the support that happens from the previous exothermic reaction generates the heat. That contributed to the second moment flame. Right? Now tell me, is this flame is the same flame? Then can you say there's a flame? You can't say there's a flame, instead you can say flaming. This is a manifestation, ladies and gentlemen. Jing 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 jing. That means it's a process. Causes contribute each other. That is the manifestation. That manifestation is creating causes to the second manifestation. Wow. That's why you can see, you can say there's a flame, but there's no flame. Process actually, after you start it, what happens? It automatically happening. Do you get the idea? Causes, see, this is like kindergarten now. We are explaining something very basic, but this is something you haven't experienced in that way. Causes contributing, that contribution is actually inviting, making the environment to the second incident. You get that idea? The first incident, T1 incident, is making environment to the T2 incident. Got it? The first incident is actually not something done. That is also what? Process. That process is inviting, making causes. You got it? Huh? Mandy? We haven't explained in this way before. Right? This effect is now making environment to the what? To the next effect. Whatever the heat that generates in the first incident is creating an attraction force that is sucking the wax and oxygen to the second moment.
The manifestation, the effect at T1 becomes the cause of T2.
The manifestation T1 invites causes, recruit causes to the second moment. Got it? But this is the sad story. Can the first manifestation expect that will there be same causes in the second moment? No. I can't do that. So there's no assurance. This moment manifestation has no assurance that there will be the same causes in the next moment. Do you understand that point? This moment manifestation has no assurance that there will be the same causes in the next moment. But it is creating the environment to the next moment.
The effect becomes the cause, it has no agenda.
That has no agenda to give rise to another flame. Exactly, madam. Got it?
But it did. Well, the flame's still flaming.
It's still, I mean, you can't say flame still flaming.
Yes.
The reaction happens, but no, I mean, let's say somebody is plugging carbon dioxide pump here, then what happened? It attracts something, but what is the component that now attract carbon dioxide? As a result of that, what happened? The process stops. The process of flaming stops. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment it is, yes, contributing to this is like now engine is now happening. The process happens continuously, but the thing is, you can't say, this is the thing, you can't say it's the same manifestation. Because this moment is 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 this moment. This moment creates the next moment, creates the next moment, creates the next moment. Your future is today. Like that. This moment attract the causes to the next moment, but there's no agenda which, there's no assurance that which causes will come together in the next moment. Do you understand that? Right now, yes, it's continuously happening, you can see.
Well, from the perspective of the manifestor, because you started the flame.
No.
From your perspective, you know when you're going to end it.
Yes, you can say like that, but I'm talking about flame itself.
It will continue as long as it can attract oxygen. And heat.
Exactly. Now what happened to the
So
flame?
it knows that it will continue.
Yes.
Then you stop it.
Yeah. Now what happened to the flame?
Or deceive.
Cease. Right? That means there's no flame to cease, ladies and gentlemen. There's no flame to cease. Right? The process now lost one factor. As a result of that, that process stops. Now also manifestation, but that manifestation doesn't have that process. Right? Right? Now, this is the question that I want to ask you. Who is the doer of the flame?
The one who gathered all the elements together for it to happen.
No. Is there a doer to the flame? No. There's no doer to the flame. Once started the flaming process, it keeps generating because of what? Because of the same causes are contributing. There's no doer behind the flame. Do you understand that? It's being done. There's no control to this moment flame that there will be the same flame. I mean, there will be a flame in the next moment. But it makes the environment. What will happen? 𝗘𝗃𝗃. Whatever will be, will be. You know, that's the song that flame is saying. 𝗘𝗃𝗃. Whatever will be, will be. The future is not ours to see. 𝗘𝗃𝗃. That's the song of the flame. Which flame? T1 flame. Do you understand? That means, ladies and gentlemen, this process doesn't have a doer. That process is causes contribute to effect, cause this effect, okay. This manifestation this manifestation is contributing to the next manifestation, contributing to the next manifestation. It's automatically going as long as the causes are contributing, causes are coming together. Right? Can you say, flame is moving? Is it the same flame is moving? No. Then this and it's like a TV, right? You can't say there's a flame, that flame is dancing as well. Do you understand? You can't say that flame is dancing. Why? There's no, you can't say different flame. It's a continuous process. As a result of that, there's no gaps. Process keeps happening. As a result of that, you can't say it's the same flame is now moving here and there. Got it? Okay. Where did it go? It didn't go anywhere, okay? Process stops. Likewise, ladies and gentlemen, the effect, the manifestation that happens in the mind, called 12, is also not the same 12 now. This moment 12 is not this moment 12 is not this moment 12 is not this moment 12. This is 12 link. That's why when you look at this, 12 comes. When you look at me, 12 no. When you look at this, again, 12 happens. But is it the same 12 that happens before? Or no, because in order to happen 12 in the mind, light has to be there, isn't it? Is it the same frequency frame, same light frequency comes to your eye, or different light frequencies happens? That means, ladies and gentlemen, this moment can't be created in the next moment. Recreated can't be recreated in the next moment, because this moment is very unique, this moment. Whatever the experience you experience right now is this moment. That's it.
Okay, that's about the moment, which is true. What about the concepts? So the concept of 12 is still the concept of 12, but in a different moment.
Yes.
Correct?
The concept of 12 means that you're attracting the memory. That's how you'd name that process. That process also attracting memory again and again and again and again and again, like the flame. As long as you're checking this again and again and again and again, collecting memory, like the flame. So the 12 experience, ladies and gentlemen, like flame. If 12 experience is like flame, how about this experience? Can you see me? Hello? That's also like flame, isn't it? Is it the same flame now? Am I dancing, or this moment is creating the experience within your mind? It's very transient, momentarily experience that happens each and every moment. Those are what? Manifestations. Ladies and gentlemen, all what mind experiences are mere manifestations. The characteristic of that manifestation is those experiences cannot be found from the outside, not outside, from the causes, because causes doesn't have an agenda to generate that experience. For example, can you see a clock? This one doesn't know that it's part of a clock. This bell doesn't know it's part of a clock. This part doesn't know it's part of a clock. This also doesn't know it's part of a clock. There's no agenda here, but arrangement creates the effect of what? That effect, you name it as what? Clock. But the thing is, there's no clock in the clock. Does it make sense? There's no clock in the clock because it's a manifestation. You are giving a value to the clock because there's a clock in the clock. Because this, whatever the hands, they don't know that they are they are show. I mean, let's say, do you think they know that it's 9 quarter 15 minutes to 9? No. No, ladies and gentlemen, there's no agenda in this outside world. Audi car, the tire in the Audi car doesn't know it's part of an Audi car. The ring in, I'm not talking about Audi, okay? There's no sponsor here. The ring in the Audi badge, this ring doesn't know it's part of an Audi badge.
Which means we don't know that we are part of something.
Exactly. Because all we are, like all our mind experiences are experiences, they are manifestations, ladies and gentlemen. These manifestations leading to next manifestation, leading to next manifestation, leading to next manifestation. It's continuously a process happens. That's why we call ourselves as what? Beings. Being manifestations. Manifestation beings.
But that means we don't have free choice as well.
Actually, that flame can't be sure what's going to happen in the next moment. Likewise, what right now, what you feel, what you experience, that is a manifestation. Cannot be sure that next moment manifestation. That means you are not you. You wing. I don't know whether there's a word like this.
Yeah. That means you are happening.
You are happening. You are not, you can't say, who are you? The name that you have given to you is not a noun, it's a verb. So my name is Mahinda, means Mahinding. It's a process.
So is the manifestation solely dependent on causes, or there must be a catalyst as well?
No, just causes. Catalyst, there's no catalyst. Madam, that catalyst is also part of the causes. Because causes leads to, causes This is the flow of causes. This reaction leads to another reaction, leads to another reaction.
If you made a decision, it's basically because of something before that.
Yes.
You contributed into the
Yes.
decision.
Yes.
And
I mean, you can't enter in the middle because there's a incident happens. Actually, that's why, ladies and gentlemen, if there's every action has equal and opposite reaction, right? Reaction can't control, because why? Reaction is something now all these things have set up now. It's already aligned, right? That's why now even you don't want to listen to me. Hello, see, you're here. You can't stop perceiving. You can't stop perceiving this one. Each and every incident in your life are not isolated incidents. They are connected with the previous moment. It's like a flow. Previous moment is actually, you can explain this. Imagine you're driving. There's a red color in the traffic light. When it turns green, the mind perceives green. As a result of that, thought happens in the mind to pedal the accelerator. Then it provides the energy to the body to accelerate press the accelerator. You press. It's not you press it. The pressing happens. As a result of that, it changes the outside, whatever the car, whatever the thing. As a result of that, now colors and sound start manifesting in the mind. As a result of that, you feel what? Driving. It's a cascade of reaction happens. There's no doer. Because flame, you can't say, flame is doing the next flame, isn't it? Manifestation can't control the next moment, because manifestations, what manifestation can do is creating the causes, creating the environment to the next causes. Manifestation can't expect the next moment. You know what I mean? Flame can't expect that there will be flame in the next moment, because flame is providing the temperature, heat, whatever one cause, environment. But what will attract cannot be controlled by the flame.
yeah, well, that's the question I wanted to ask when you actually drove the flight. What would make the oxygen and the heat and all the molecules needed for the flame to come again, to the flame to be again causing the next flame? What would make?
That's also part of the cause and effect, because this world is completely a process. Now you are isolating one frame from the from the cascade of millions of cascade of reaction. You are isolating one frame. That's why we think like, what makes the other cause? No, other causes also coming because of what? There are effects. Everywhere you can see effects in the world. Causes leads to effect, leads to effect, leads to effect. It's a dominoes, not the pizza, but the dominoes effect. One leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. There are millions of reaction happens right at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. That is what happens right now. Now, tell me, are there cities, fixed things, or processes? Sydney is not a fixed thing, it's a process. Sydney is not a noun, it's a verb. Clock experience is also what? I mean, all the names that you have given are to manifestations in your mind. Don't you think so? What is this? tree, this is the stem, this is the root, this is a fruit, flower, branches, leaves. If this flower belongs to the tree? No. These are the causes that come together to generate the effect of what? Tree. The effect, you name it as what? Tree. I mean, you have named effects, not things. Right? Got it? This flower doesn't belong to that effect, because causes are not belongs to the effect, but causes are contributing to the effect. Without the causes, there's no effect, but causes cannot be, I mean, you can't project the ownership of that causes to that effect, because this flower can exist in somewhere else as well. You understand that point? You can't say this is that tree's flower. Flower makes the tree. Your child can't claim that he came before you. Let's say you are the mother and father, and it's your child. So child can't claim, child can't say, no, I came before you. The mother can say, the very fact that you can say these words because of I came before you.
Yeah, but that means I'm the cause of the child.
Yes, that means these are the mothers and fathers.
But we cannot say that I'm the manifestor of the child.
No. You can't say manifesto of the child, because child is again a process. Ladies and gentlemen, the thing I want to say, even though we have projected ownerships, these are projected because of the ignorance in the mind, because nothing can be owned in this world. These are mere projections. Whatever that cloth that you wear does not belong to you. That means you don't have to worry. Nobody will take from you. But these are mental fabrications. When mind is ignorant about this cause and effect nature, mind start to experience that effect is the same thing that exists in the outside. Effect happens because of causes, isn't it? Do you understand that point?
Yes.
Effect happens because of the causes, but the qualities, the characteristic of causes are not the effect. Effect has completely different characteristics. Sodium.
So it's the reaction between the causes and qualities to the
Exactly. Sodium is explosive. Chlorine is bleach. But this is explosive bleach. No, this is salt. The effect is completely different to the characteristic of causes.
But who decided that this combination creates that effect?
No, there's no agenda. There's no decider, there's no doer. It's the way. There's no right way, there's no wrong way, it's the way. In Taoism it says, the way. Taoism also talk about this, something similar, the way. That means, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know next moment. What we experience right now is this moment, this moment, this moment. That means whatever that your mind is experiencing right now are mere presentations. That's why we call present moment. Present moment is not temporal present, but it's a present gift. It's a gift that mind receives Because of what? Causes. Do you understand that? These are presentations. See, I am presenting to you. Hello. Presentation. This is also what? You don't know this, right? Presentation. This is what? See? It manifests right now. Clock. What happened now? Where's the clock? You can't say that there's a clock because you can't say there's a fixed clock here because this is clocking. Like the flame. It's not the same clock. So, in the next talk, Ashada Mahatya, when that will happen? 8th of July. 8th of July we have the next talk. I'll explain how this ignorance about this reality led to creation of a individual being, doer. That's what the name of that talk is, architecture of being. Yes. You asked that question.
Yeah.
Who is the doer?
Yes.
Doer is behind the scene.
Yeah. Okay. I'm no PhD research about it, and yeah, but that's why I have some questions. The question of mine now: what is prediction?
Pardon?
What is prediction? If I would predict that the fire will continue, that means I can see the future, or what?
Yes, you can see the future based on the present moment. But what will come together in the next moment? All the predictions are subjective to the next moment. Because this moment you can say, according to this moment, this might happen. Okay.
Yeah, maybe different element will come in.
Because this you can't say random, but cause and effect driven process. Because you can't isolate. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, Chief Seattle have said that man does not belong to the earth. Earth does not belong to the man. Earth does not belong to the man. Man belongs to the earth. All living beings are connected like the blood that united us. Man didn't weave the web of life. He is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself, because we all are connected. Whatever that I do here, it affects to everywhere, because these are cause and effect driven processes.
And whatever you're doing here caused by what made you do it?
Thank you very much for coming. And I hope you understood something, because this is very profound teaching that you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen. This can explain all the negative emotions. We can explain everything in this world as manifestations. As a result of that, you won't feel that pressure that you have felt, because you know what? You can't see me, because there's no me. This is me. This moment, Mahinda Thero is not this moment, Mahinda Thero. This is Mahinda Thero-ing. Likewise, you can't enter to the same place again. You can't experience the same cake again. You can't experience the same pizza again. Even though you are watching the same pizza, you think, but that's not the same pizza. It's pizza-ing. You just have to realize this, then you won't attach. You can't attach to things, because there's no ground to attach. As a result of that, there's no suffering. See, I told you, when mind is ignorance about the reality, mind is trapping itself illusion. Illusion that mind is created by itself. Mind is a good illusionist, and also he doesn't know he is an illusionist. As a result of that, illusion is trapped into its own illusion. When you know the logic of the magic, magic is not, there's no wow factor in the magic. Until you know the logic of the magic, you think, wow. Once you know the logic of the magic, that's the end of the magic. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Sorry, I took 4 minutes more.
Can take 1 4 hours.
No, I mean this. I mean that's why in our teacher's sermon it takes 5 hours. He's doing 5-hour sermons because you don't feel that the time is passing, because you are now. I mean, you are coming to a samadhi. You are coming to a contemplation mode. As a result of that, you contemplate again and again and again. You don't feel that time is passing. Time is flying when you are having fun. Thank you.